Hi, my name is Anna Talafuse, and I am an assistant professor at Montana State University Billings in Billings, Montana, USA. I am here today to present research conducted by myself and two other instructors, Brenda Dockery and Jessica Pirius. The research project I am here to talk about today is for the Sales and Sales Management course, which features an experiential learning project. For years, we have worked with the MSUB Foundation to have students make cold calls for the university to past donors and alumni to get pledged donations to the university. Students are able to practice sales techniques they have learned in the class and experience sales rejection. In 2019, the other two professors and I were recognized for this project with an internal University Innovation Award called the Pippinger Award, and the foundation recognized the more than $50,000 in pledged donations that was secured by students through this project. The research collected in 2016, 17, and 18 led to the findings I will discuss today. We focused on Verbeke and Bagozzi's 2000 discussion of 4 dimensions of sales call anxiety, or SCA. They stated sales call anxiety is an irrepressible fear of being negatively evaluated and rejected by a customer, and it is coupled with a desire to avoid undertaking specific functional aspects in selling situations. The specific focus for this research was through one of those dimensions, physiological symptoms. As researchers, the two professors and I created a survey asking students to express whether they were experiencing these symptoms before each of 4 or 5 nights of calling they completed. This was over a 2-week period. During the final night, students conducted calling. They were asked additional questions, which required them to address if anything lessened their anxiety, and made a comparison of the beginning and end of the experience. Students were required to gain 20 completions to earn credit for the class in the project. This required that they were able to speak with 20 people and get a response about their willingness to pledge to the university. Answers of yes, no, and not now were acceptable. The exercise is a favorite of our marketing graduates, as they are incentivized to earn money for university scholarships, some of which they have received, and to earn one of 2 incentives offered by the course professor. One is for the highest donation collected, and the other the highest total donations over the collection time period. Another incentive was an experiential learning project students could reference in both interviews and on resumes. An indirect incentive for the university is that many of these students expressed they would be more willing to answer the phone for future calls for this pledge collection, and knowing how difficult it was for them to make the calls in class themselves, they shared that they were likely to donate and assist. The survey research within the sales class intended to specifically address how we could decrease anxiety with the exercise. We wanted to know what could help decrease anxiety, which physiological symptoms saw a decrease, and whether there were anxiety factors that were reported more than others. Results showed data from 2016, 2017, and 2018. In the final survey students completed during the last night of calling, we found that 67% of students reported a decrease in anxiety, 17% of the students did not answer the question, and 16% stated their anxiety was the same throughout the exercise. In addressing whether anything helped the students decrease their anxiety, 53% reported making the calls helped relieve anxiety they were experiencing. Others reported nothing helped, 16%. They were not anxious, 7%, and that breathing, a script, and other factors did help decrease anxiety. The earlier slide showed how 67% of students reported a decrease in overall anxiety at the end of the experiential learning project. Using the physiological symptoms described, we were asked students if they felt those symptoms on each night of calling. Students who agreed to experiencing those symptoms were monitored over the calling periods and asked to provide numerical value depicting a level between 1 and 10 for each of the symptoms they were experiencing. 33% of students expressed a decrease in the value associated with a symptom or multiple symptoms. 6% of students expressed an increase in the value associated with a symptom or multiple symptoms, and 5% expressed a decrease and an increase based on multiple symptoms they were experiencing. Compared to this, the overall students reporting a decrease in anxiety. The decrease in physiological symptoms did not represent the overall students who say they did experience a decrease in those symptoms. The researchers feel that this is an area to investigate, since other physiological symptoms could exist to test in future classes. Shaking hands was the symptom experienced by the largest number of students. A dry mouth, sweating, and upset stomach were also reported, with dizziness being the least experienced symptom. One limitation so far has been the small on-site class size for this research. Determining if results are generalizable outside of the classroom has not been possible yet, since the class sizes are usually 20 to 25 students per semester. The researchers agree future research is needed to include the possibility of other physiological symptoms or additional anxiety measures, possibly monitoring. It is unlikely the fall 2020 semester will include these changes with COVID-19, but we plan to follow up with students who have completed the study in the previous semesters to see if they are working in the sales field and what they have to say about sales call anxiety now. Thank you so much for attending this presentation about my research project. I welcome any feedback and discussion and have included several ways for you to contact me if you would like. Thank you.